Hi everyone, how are you doing? I hope everyone is okay. My name is Tolani Ndlovu, popularly known as Mr. X. In this very short video, I'm going to try and help you guys understand what it takes for you to pass your matric exam. In other words, the question is, how do I pass my final examination? So I'm going to share the screen as I try to help you get what are the ways and what are the tactics, the tips that one needs to do in order for them to pass their final examination. So I'm hoping that every one of us is going to sit for the final exam. In their mind, they want to pass. So we're going to tick on the box on pass. That is what we want to do. We want to make sure that we get the best results possible. So step number one, what do you want? What are your goals? In other words, the question is, when you say you want to pass, by how much? What is the percentage that you're looking at? What are your expectations? Do you want 85% for maths? Do you want 70% for physical science? Are you aiming for 85% for life science? What are your goals? And that's a very important thing, because once we know what we want, then we start working towards it. We've got a goal in mind. The amount of work we will put to get to that particular goal is determined by what that particular goal is. In other words, your output will therefore determine your input. So question number one is, what do you want? What is your target for the final examination? Point number two, once we know what we want, we start working towards it. And that means we need to study. And when do we need to study? We need to study now. We cannot put off for tomorrow what we can do today. So the point of studying must be today. It must be now. And let's be clear, nothing will work unless you do. Nothing will ever happen unless you make it. So push yourself, because no one else is going to do it for you. So you need to start putting the work. You need to start studying so that you can achieve the goals that you've set for yourself. So study now. And we'll go through the slides and learn what it means to study. How do we study? Well, the first thing, again, in line with studying, is to have a study timetable. This study timetable becomes a disciplinarian measure. It becomes something that you can account for, something that puts you at responsibility. When you place a study timetable, you're saying to yourself, at a certain day, at a certain time, this is what I need to be doing. And you discipline yourself. You become strict with yourself. You become hard on yourself as you follow this particular study timetable religiously. In other words, he who does not plan will not make it. And the best plan is a study timetable. You need to manage your time. You need to know that from here to there, I'm doing this. From this time to that time, I'm busy with this kind of thing. So there must be a strategy. There must be a target. There must be planning. There must be a game plan when it comes to studying. So create a study timetable. Online, there are very many useful things or useful tools that can help you to create a study timetable that fits into your schedule. There must be work put for you to actually pass. Apart from studying, you need to have resources, very good resources that will help you to actually get to the point that you want to get to. So that means you need to have good notes, good textbooks, quality information, straight to the point information. And apart from that, you need to be able to take down notes yourself. As you study, as you open the textbook, what am I learning? So here's a situation. I've got my textbook here. I'll have my book right there. I'm reading and I'm writing what I'm reading. I'm reading and I'm writing what I'm understanding. I'm underlining the most important thing. I'm noting them. That's a very important thing. So you need to know the art of making notes. And that means that you need to take time and invest in getting good resources and also making note-taking a fun exercise. Obviously, the beginning of knowing something is to say, I don't know. So what do? You ask questions. He who does not ask questions does not get the answer. When it comes to passing, you need to ask who, why, how, what, and where. Always ask questions. You're going to study stuff that you don't understand. Some of the stuff is easy to get, that's okay. But things that you don't get, you can only understand them when you ask questions. So now the question to ask is, who do we ask those questions to? Well, maybe this could help you. I feel honestly that part of passing your Matric exam is to get yourself a quality tutor. Students improve through tutoring. Get yourself a tutor, someone who can help you, someone who can say, okay, you've got questions, I can help answer those questions. How else can you know something if somebody else does not tell you about it? So that is an indispensable, very important part of getting your Matric exam nailed right there. You need to get a tutor. And that's where I come in right now. You know what? Mr. X, that's me. Part of this whole video is to help you guys understand what I also do. I offer maths and physical science classes on Sundays. I also offer them during the week, one-on-one classes, group classes, whichever the case could be. Most of them are online. I am that kind of tutor who makes a difference. As you can see from the slides right here, I make a difference. So my classes will be able to help you as well in passing your final examination. You should be able to go through my Twitter, my Instagram feed, and also my Facebook feed to be able to see many testimonies of many students that I've helped in the past to pass, having come from literally a background of not knowing something to a higher ground of knowing quite a lot of things and getting distinctions. If it comes to getting a tutor, I am your man. Those are my details on the screen there. Also as well, I've got this particular Mr. X Med Science on Instagram, Beacon of Light Mathematics and Science Center. The picture is a B, also found on Facebook. Very important that you get this right. So these become the steps that you need to take when you want to study. Start now. Invest in yourself. He who does not upgrade themselves is doing themselves a disservice. The future is unkind to those that don't prepare for it. Start preparing for your future today. Take care and all the best.